Hello, glad to have you join us. You're watching Newsroom series on Channels Television. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Today, our focus is on the Southeast region. But first, let's serve you with our top stories. A magistrate court in Ekiti State has granted human rights lawyer Mr. Dele Farotimi 30 million naira bail with 3 sureties and a landed property within the jurisdiction. Mr. Farotimi appeared in court this morning with heavy security comprising policemen and other law enforcement surrounding the premises. He was remanded in prison custody on December the 7th after being arrested on 16 counts of criminal defamation following the publication of his book, Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System. He was told to refrain from media interview and to submit his international passport. The case has already been adjourned till February the 13th, 2025. Abia State Governor Alex Otti has commissioned the newly reconstructed Cemetery Road Phase 2, Umule Road and the Umocham Road with an assurance to improve intra-city connectivity and revitalize economic activities in Aba, the commercial nerve center. Speaking during the commissioning exercise in Aba, Governor Otti said his administration's goal is to provide world-class urban infrastructure, making Aba one of the most attractive destinations for businesses in West Africa.
All roads lead to the newly reconstructed Cemetery Road, Phase 2 of which traverses the Cemetery Road Market, another network of roads within the commercial hub center of Aba. Residents and road users plying the route for the past 15 years are happy to see Governor Alex Otti as he approaches the once deplorable road, which now wears a new look, thanking his administration for changing the ugly narrative. Addressing traditional rulers, women groups and other residents, the governor highlights the transformative effects of the infrastructure projects completed in the past 18 months.
So much has happened in the last 18 months, leading to an expansion of the size and output of goods and services from the city. Greater opportunities for job seekers and entrepreneurs, and a strong belief among residents that the new government supports. There is no doubt in the minds of many that it is our time to soar and prosper. I'm glad about the strides we have made in terms of intra-city connectivity through quality road networks. But again, we shall not be resting on our own because there is still so much more to be done.
Shortly after the commissioning, Dr. Otti moves to Ukwapo Junction for the commissioning of a 1.6-kilometer Umule Road and the 2.7-kilometer Umocham Road. In his remarks, the chairman of Aba South Local Government Area, Mr. Obilo Anyanwu, says the reconstructed road will save lives during emergencies, reduce transport costs and travel time.
People have died because in an emergency situation, trying to take them from that place to a better hospital because of time and the emergency situation, they may die in the process. Just like trying to use your vehicle on a kilometer and you take 30-40 minutes. That was too bad. But today, that length of kilometer, you can cover them in 5 minutes. What it means is that in emergency situations, once you have a vehicle, you can have easy access to affordable healthcare to a nearby hospital.
Handlers of the project commend the state government for delivering quality road networks.
This road to the students, it actually leads to a very conducive learning environment. To the market women, this road means an economic path toward bringing out their goods from the market to their sellers. This road actually means that some people can actually trade from morning till night because the road comes with their lights.
Abia residents say they are grateful for the intervention, describing the newly commissioned road projects as a much-needed reprieve from years of neglect.
We're still in Abia State, and this time Governor Alex Otti has strengthened security by providing 20 brand new Toyota Hilux trucks equipped with modern gadgets to the state security forces, saying the aim is to ensure that the operations of the law enforcement agencies are seamless. Presenting the vehicles to the Nigeria Police and other security agencies at the International Conference Center, Umuahia, the governor says his administration took security as one of its priorities since he came on board as state governor.
Abia State Governor Alex Otti performs the official handover of 20 brand new trucks equipped with modern gadgets to the state's security agencies at the International Conference Center, Umuahia. The gesture, according to the governor, is to show appreciation for a job well done and is aimed at sustaining the progress achieved in security, especially during the Christmas season.
A round of applause.
This is a way of appreciating the job you do. It's also a way of arming you so that you'll be more effective and efficient. While that is on, we also need to employ you to ensure that, particularly at this time when we have redoubled security, that your men are warned to ensure that they don't also get involved in criminality, including extortion and dealing with people that in a way that is not in accordance with the law.
In the respective addresses, Special Advisor to the Governor on Security, retired Navy Commander MacDonald Uba, and the Commander 14th Brigade, Ohafia Brigadier General Olushola Dia, believe the gesture will boost efforts to keep Abia safe.
To whom much is given, much is expected. We expect that our citizens who are coming home for Christmas will be able to sleep with their two eyes closed. I enjoin all security agencies operating within the state to do so while observing international best practices and secure our state as appropriate.
We wish to express our most profound gratitude to His Excellency for this generous support towards the security architecture of Abia State. And we assure His Excellency that we, the security agencies, will redouble our efforts to ensure that Abia State remains a model state for the whole of Southeast to emulate when it comes to security in the state.
Governor Otti is optimistic that the support for security agencies will serve as a warning to criminals that the state will no longer be a haven for them, and his government remains resolute to address security challenges.
In Anambra State, the administration of Governor Chukwuma Soludo has awarded 621.65 kilometers of road projects, and out of which 316 kilometers of those roads have been completed, while massive construction holds sway in the remaining road project sites. These figures were announced by the State Commissioner for Works, Mr. Ifeanyi Okoma, during a media briefing in his office in Awka. Now, the Commissioner disclosed that aside from the road projects, many other structural facilities are ongoing in the state, and the government has not borrowed a dime, and no contractor is being owed either.
The Ministry of Works in Anambra State has a mandate to make the state prosperous through massive infrastructural development. Since being sworn in as governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo has flagged off 621.65 kilometers of roads across the state, out of which 316 kilometers have been completed. To further highlight the state government's efforts in infrastructure development, the Commissioner of Works, Mr. Ifeanyi Okoma, briefs the media on the progress of the various projects.
We in Council, being led by Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, CFR, awarded a total of 92.7 kilometers of road, making it the number of roads we've awarded as of today, which is unprecedented, is 621.65 kilometers already awarded. And more will come in subsequent fiscal. This is exclusive of the major infrastructural development that we are undertaking.
Later, he and his team and other invited guests take a tour of the projects, starting with Anambra North Senatorial District, where construction of Section 2 of the Miata-Nzam Road has been fully completed
and guaranteed to last for 20 years. In Onitsha and Ogbaru, the massive road projects and hospital project elicit excitement of the residents that they will soon begin to enjoy the facilities.
Before now, this road up to Niger Street down towards Main Market area is not passable. But within a short period, Governor, I would say, declared war on bad roads in this part of the Anambra State, and you can see the results.
In Anambra South Senatorial Zone, the roads are not only layered with asphalt, they also bear road markings with proper walkways for pedestrians.
Before road no good, I charge 200 naira, but now they charge 150. The road they okay, they calm, they nice, they fine too. So Ludo, Charlie Wamba try so much. God go bless them.
Our people is producing a lot in terms of agriculture, cassava, yam, everything we produce here. So now we can access the market very easy.
The inspection team makes a stopover at the Equilobia flyover and pass through some roads in Isofia and Newi.
The project is meeting the turnaround time, the starting time and the completion time. Quality of the job, spot on. I knew when they're molding the brakes and the other. So in totality, it's a project that the community deserves.
We have started celebrating Christmas before the date because of this the development of this project in the club. And we are expecting our people, they are yearning to come and see what Mr. Governor is doing here. The people that not within the club. We remain grateful to Mr. Governor.
The solution government promised to do this road. That was among the first promise he gave in Durag when he came to campaign here. And within 1 year in office, we saw signs that he's a man of his words. And within 2 years of him being in office, he proved to us that he is a man of his word.
The team visits several locations in Awka, the state capital, including the Aroma flyover site, the new government house, the Solution Fund City, and other projects.
In Awka, we never see this kind of development in Awka. But the administration of Soludo, Charlewambafo, has changed a lot in Awka.
Despite the massive projects being undertaken by the state government, the commissioner discloses that no loan has been taken, nor any of the contractors owed for their work.
Welcome back. A magistrate court in Abakaliki, the Ebonyi state capital, has ordered the remand of Chima Eseni Eta, who is accused of killing his wife, Ugochukwu Chima, in a domestic violence incident on September the 4th this year. Now, the late Ugochukwu was a mother of 3 children and had been married to Chima Eseni Eta for approximately 16 years before her tragic demise. The accused, Chima Eseni Eta, who appeared in court for the first time since his arrest, did not enter a plea. However, the presiding magistrate, Chinedu Agama, who reviewed the case file, adjourned the matter to December the 31st this year for a compliance report, ordering the case file to be forwarded to the State Director of Public Prosecution for legal advice. The court subsequently ordered the remand of the accused person at the Abakaliki Correctional Service Center.
Yes, we have made the necessary applications to court, wherein the defendant is remanded to to Correctional Service Center, pending the office of the DP to go through the file for information. So it is a matter that the defendant should go into remand system before the necessary application, before that necessary application can be taken, because unless the office of the DP vert through the file and find necessary information in respect to the matter, there is no other thing that should be done in the matter. In fact, we have done what we should do with regards to law. We have made the necessary application to court, and the defendant is today remanded to Correctional Service Center. Whereas at the end, the court adjourned to 31st day of December 2024 for report of compliance.
FIDA's position is to let the world know that this is no longer business as usual, that people should learn to speak up. You understand? Even when the feeder chairperson, past feeder chairperson, who is a magistrate now, decided to take up this matter. The woman on her own said, no, please, the man will change, the husband will change, the husband will change. You know, because she still feels that love is there. But little did she know that love is no longer there. This man has made up that if she doesn't live her life, she will live, you know, being dead, a dead person. And that was exactly what happened.
As indigents of Imo State prepare for the Yuletide season, the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria in Imo State has allayed fears of the people that there might be fuel scarcity during the period, while cautioning residents to avoid panic buying. Speaking at the end of the year Thanksgiving of the association in Owerri, the Imo State capital, the state chairman of the association, Chidebere Okorafor, says the association in the state has put all measures in place to ensure there is adequate supply of fuel for indigents of the state during the festive period. While reacting to the recent pump price by Dangote Refinery, he says the new price of PMS by the Dangote Refinery will not have any huge impact or difference in the present price, as logistics has always been a major problem. He also says the association is ready to sanction any marketer who sells adulterated fuel to consumers.
Prices are going up and down, you know that, so that's the beauty of the regulation. There's no steady price. It goes up and down and all that. Well, yeah, today we had the news that Dangote has reduced his price. And that price, for us in Imo State here, you have to go to Lagos to truck that product to Imo State. It's not going to be easy. So it will still shoot up by the time you add the transportation, logistics, to go to Lagos from Owerri. It won't be much. That is the truth. The difference with what you're going to sell and what you're selling now won't be more. That's the truth. Because of the logistics. 2025 is going to be a good year. Just like I said earlier, the beauty of the regulation is prices, competition, and all that. So 2025 is going to be a good year. I believe that with what the government is doing, freeing the market, it's going to be a good year. It's going to be a good year. There won't be anything like scarcity anymore. Products will be available. We will not be talking about price. And when competition sets in, there's chance prices will be dropping. That's the truth. So it's going to be a good year. Nigerians will begin to see the beauty of the regulation and why the government had to take those bold steps.
Officials of the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, in a stint operation with a combined team of military, police and DSS personnel, have swarmed the Enugu market in Abia State following a tip-off that there were several factories manufacturing fake drinks. Now the products, which range from soft drinks, spirits, wines, other beverages, canned tomato paste, vegetable oil and many others, were destroyed, with the shops also sealed to forestall further infiltration of the products into the market. The Southeast Director of NAFDAC, Mr. Martins Iluyomade, says the products are being repackaged and relabeled to deceive customers.
People should be armed with necessary information. We gave out this information last year. This is a season of merriment. You should open your eyes, don't just marry and damage your kidney and liver because you are marrying. It actually doesn't make sense. One, buy product only, and I'm emphasizing that, from accredited distributors who you know that is being supplied directly by manufacturers. Register products, of course. That's the first distance. So you have to find out those outlets where you can get people who are getting directly from the resource. That is key. Two, do some basic checks. You've seen a lot of things here. You see there'll be varying names. You saw 4 cousins. You saw 4 brothers. So you see all those kind of funny names that is a replica of the original. Be careful of those things. Check the labels very well. Make sure that the labels wants to suspect any mistake in the label, that's the first place to check, to be careful. And lastly, if a real product is selling for X amount of naira, and you know, and then somebody is giving you half of the price, and they say it's type 2, number 2, or number 3, you should know that it's a fake product.
Members of the opposition All Progressives Congress in Anambra State have tackled the state government over the security situation, which they describe as worrisome and alarming. Now, according to one of the national leaders of the party, Mr. Paul Chukwuma, the Yuletide season is bleak as people are afraid to return for the celebration. However, the special advisor to the governor on community security, Mr. Ken Emeke, counters the assertion and discloses that the security architecture of the state has already been beefed up.
Besides the celebration of the Christmas and New Year festivities, Anambra State is also getting set for the Anambra South senatorial rerun election and the governorship polls in 2025. These events coming up elicited mixed reactions in the state as members of the ruling party insist the governor's infrastructure development, as well as his efforts in education, health, technology, agriculture, among others, will help seal the election deal for APGA.
Those two elections, I believe APGA will carry the day, of course. The governor is doing marvelously well. You can tell from the level of dualization that he's doing from left to right, every part of Anambra. There's so much infrastructural development going on everywhere in Anambra. Anambra can only be described at the moment as a project site.
At a press briefing held in his country home in Umueri, a former national officer of the APC decries the security situation in the state, describing it as alarming, and questions the governor's efforts at stopping the crime rate.
Anambra is turning into a war zone where you cannot even move freely during the day. We're not talking about evening or at night. We're talking about during the day. It's becoming a problem. And I think it's important we call on the state government to step up and deal with this issue so that our people can come back and have, celebrate the Christmas season peacefully without any fear. A number of people are now saying they are not going to come back. And the state government seems not to be perturbed.
While acknowledging that there are issues that must be dealt with in the area of security, the state government reiterates that there's progress in government's efforts to ensure peace reigns in Anambra State, strengthened by the governor's broadcast, where he reels out strategic security plans to tackle the worrisome situation. Strengthened by the governor's broadcast, where he reeled out strategic security plans to tackle the worrisome situation.
Or peace must prevail in this land. An expression that underscores the envisaged end result of our security interventions. We are unveiling in the first instance about 163 vehicles that will be branded in Operation Udogachi insignia and equipment as a way of signaling to the Anambra that we are ready to fight and prevail over the security challenges. They will be active in all the nooks and crannies of the state with patrols as necessary and pin down, stop and search operations as also necessary.
The special advisor to Governor Soludo on community security frowns on criticisms of the Soludo administration and calls on everyone to contribute towards a safe and livable Anambra State.
The governor is not interested in maybe having a temporary relief and the whole thing comes back again. No, he is interested, he's willing, he wants to make sure that the thing is ended well in Anambra and on a good record time. And we want to assure the people of Anambra that this Christmas is going to be a very peaceful Christmas in Anambra State.
In addition to this, the government says the latest security ecosystem will be backed by technology as the nature of crime witnessed in Anambra is on a different level, tasking traditional rulers and presidents general of communities to take ownership of the security of their domains as laws will be enacted to nip the situation in the bud.
In the spirit of Christmas, the Enugu State government has unveiled its Ijele masquerade statue at Asata Roundabout, the home of masquerades within the metropolis, to reaffirm its commitment to culture and tourism. Unveiling the statue, the Obi of Onisha, Igwe Alfred Achebe, said the building of the Ijele statue, which is the cultural identity of the Igbos, is necessary at this time to teach the younger generation their heritage. He then called on leaders of the region to do more to promote local language, arts and culture.
This is a major step in our cultural renaissance here in Enugu State and here in Enugu City. And it should be an example to the rest of us in Igbo land to begin to also emulate what Enugu has done, to gradually bring our culture back for the learning, enjoyment of our children and children's children, and for visitors from all over the world.
And with that, we draw the curtain on Newsroom series. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ayotunde Balogun.